kind of wrap this up, there's a website you definitely always want to visit. If you're in cybersecurity, you may have heard about Krebs on Security. Brian Krebs is a great security researcher. We have referenced a lot of his sites. I want to say last time we got together and we talked, we mentioned that Conti Ransomware Group, all their chat logs got released to the public.
Oh yeah, everything they had was leaked.
Yeah.
The source code for their ransomware, for their decryptor, all of their chat logs for I think like 2 years.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So Brian Krebs, the security researcher, went in and started analyzing all the chat logs, and every day he's been doing a diary, a Conti Ransomware Group diary.
I love them as well.
So part 1 is about evasion, and he explains how they get around and how they operate. Part 2 is more about their operations and how they handle their internal structure, their hierarchy. It's fascinating. You had brought this to my attention, how they run their operation like a small business, a legitimate small to medium-sized business. They even have their own HR department.
Yeah, they have an HR for requesting time off and recruiting new candidates, interviewing people. That's so interesting.
Weren't you telling me about a story about how like one of the Conti Ransomware Group members had like a baby and needed time off?
Yeah, and there's other people talking about how like, oh, I'm not getting my time off approved, so I'm going to quit. And it's like, wow,
yeah.
That's the same problem you see in other businesses.
Yeah.
You know?
So Brian Krebs, part 3 was about weaponry, and he talks about how Conti Ransomware Group is hiring journalists to pressure victims. They have an HR budget, and they spend thousands of dollars every month towards employer subscriptions to numerous job hunting websites. So their employees of Conti Ransomware Group are out there actively sifting through resumes, recruiting, looking for potential recruits. Again, fascinating stuff. Part 4, which is the last part that Brian Krebs spent time on, was talking about the different schemes that are out there that Conti uses to invest in stealing cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this. I didn't know that they had their own crypto exchange. They tried starting that. It's called Squid Game. It's now offline. But
yeah, Squid Game was a big crypto rug pull kind of scam.
Yeah.
Not surprised it got traced back to them.
And fascinating, too, is how Conti is trying to build a peer-to-peer system for smart contracts. Fascinating stuff, folks. If you have time to read it, definitely take a look.